think the mic is on. I'm appearing today as president of the Tampa Heights Civic Association, as well as in my own capacity individually as a citizen and resident of Tampa Heights. My issue is the capacity increases on I-275 north of Hillsborough. Again, I will tell you about two meetings attended since our last visit together. The first was Commissioner Wastel's town hall meeting last month. Very interesting, well done. I learned during that meeting that emergency evacuation is a concern, a key concern, in forming his capacity project motion back in June. Following that meeting, I ambled back to the back of the room where there were several services available to us by table, and emergency management had a table. I walked away with a glossy disaster preparedness guide. And on pages 7 and 9, interesting language. Page 7, when creating an evacuation plan to evacuate tens of miles instead of hundreds of miles. At page 9, hurricane season spawns lots of myths and disinformation. A myth, get away as far away as possible from the storm's projected path, versus fact, go to a safe location where your family can ride out the storm. Usually evacuating hundreds of miles away is unnecessary. You are allegedly, and I believe, leaders in the transportation space in this community. You are counter-programming your own emergency management professionals. Consider the message you are communicating to the public by committing over $200 million to this capacity project. It's sure not a message to stay close to home in a safe structure. The second meeting, it seems I'm out of time. The second meeting was the Planning Commission meeting yesterday. I was very disappointed, or Monday. I was extremely disappointed by the result. We were essentially discounted as misinformed. I would take issue with that. There were some items of misinformation that were communicated, but they came from the dais. The first was that the project in question north of Hillsborough was just a one-lane addition. That's wrong. The only project specs I've seen going back several years is 2 lanes, one north, one south. The other misinformation is that there will be no widening of the right-of-way. Well, depends on what that means. We don't know if DOT might be widening the infrastructure, the footprint, and still staying within the existing right-of-way. I've asked several people from DOT and from TPO staff. They don't know. That's what happened in Tampa Heights. They told us, don't worry, no right-of-way problems. We're not taking anything addition. Next thing you know, our walls are being earmarked for movement 50 feet. So we don't know what we don't know yet, and yet we have people approving this project. Please strike it from the LRTP, strike it from the tip. Thank you.